So, this video is about the first time that I smoked weed. Alright, so I'm gonna just get into it. So, the first time I smoked, I was like 14 or 15 or something. I was still a freshman in high school, and I had never I had like drank and stuff, like I had like tasted liquor and everything before, but I wasn't like a drinker or nothing. I was like, I didn't like the way it tastes, and I thought weed before was like just like so bad that I would never try it or anything. So there was this girl in my class, and she asked me if I had ever smoked. She was like, "Oh, you coming with us?" I'm like, "What are y'all about to go do?" "What are y'all about to go do?" So then son, I was so scared. Like, I was scared.
But alright, boom. So she had this guy with her, right? And this guy, I think he was like freaking like 18 or like 17 or something in the 9th grade or something like that. First red flag.
But anyways, so we go to this boy's house, right? We go to this boy's house, and there's like, I don't know, maybe like 4 people there and everything, and it's 2 or 3 boys there, right? And it's just me and this girl. So all of a sudden we sitting there and everything, and I don't think I had been smoking yet, but this girl, all of a sudden she was like, "Oh, I'm leaving," right? So she's like, "Oh, I'm leaving." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So then it's just me and this boy and his friend, right? The boy that was in the boy that was like 17. So then we start smoking and everything, right? So my grandmother, she's like freaking, she worries about everything. She's like crazy. Like I'm in her house right now, so I'm gonna just shut up. But she worries about everything, and she just be sniffing stuff out. So I'm like, nah, I'm not about to be having this on my clothes, right? So I'm like, I can't have this smelling. I had never smoked or anything before, so I didn't know like how I was gonna feel or anything, or if it would like stick on my clothes and she was gonna smell it or something like that, right? So I had this bag, and it was not a big bag, but I was wearing this coat, and the coat was like kind of like long, like the coat goes down to like my knees. So I'm like, nah, I can't have my whole coat smelling like this, because what if she smells it, right? So we started smoking and everything, and I take my coat and I put the whole thing in my little bag. So I'm like, all right, cool, right? So at the time, my grandmother still like washes my clothes and everything, but at the time, like, she was like, I told y'all, she was like sniffing stuff out and trying to be all nosy in my business. So I'm like, yo, I cannot have this smell. And by this time, I'm pretty sure I was high. I was high already, so I'm like, I can't have this on my school uniform, right? So son, a bitch like me, I took my shirt off, and I didn't think nothing of it. And I was in this dude's house, and he son, I shouldn't have done this. I took my shirt off, and then they started acting mad weird. And you know, at the time, I'm like,
I'm 14.
So then I was playing this game, I think, on his Xbox, and mind you, my shirt was off the whole time, and I was wearing this freaking like little ass freaking bra. I'm not gonna say it was like a training bra, but it was like something out of like freaking Target or something, and it was from like the junior section, right? So this boy that was like 18 or 19 or 17 or whatever, but he just looked mad old. Like, he looked like a grown man. He was like in my class. He asked me to hand him the freaking Xbox controller. So I'm like, So I got up. With my shirt off. And I handed him the freaking controller. And then he was like, oh, he was just looking mad hard. I'm like, at the time, I was high and I just did not care. Boy, I don't even remember what the rest of what happened, but I
fucking got naked.
So the fucking smell wasn't on my fucking shirt. And son, I went back to school. The next couple days, I started hearing stuff about people saying that I got naked. I was like, first of all, I did not want the smell. I realized, like, after I sounded mad stupid, because I'm, like, saying that, like, oh, I didn't want the freaking smell on my freaking shirt, and I probably just sounded like a freaking super whore. Mad munchies. I went to sleep. I had a headache. It was wild. It was fucking wild.
But that's it, though. That's it. I got naked in my friend's house. That wasn't even really my friend yet. I smoked some weed and I dipped.